Yo-ho, everybody. We're back, and we're live on Fire Your MD Now Radio. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. And get this. Here in central Alberta, just 45 minutes away from my town, Dr. Oz is coming to Edmonton. That's right, Dr. Oz. The guy that sucks at his job on TV every day in front of everybody, pushing allopathic reductionism, methods that don't work and actually hurt people all over the world, is coming to Edmonton. And you know what? He will probably fill Rexall Place where the Oilers play. He'll probably get thousands of idiots running out to see what his failure opinion is. And get this, he's got a ticket. He's got a contest. Win tickets with your humiliating health fail. Right? So, but here's the deal. Dr. Oz is the king of humiliating health fails. The guy had a live colonoscopy on TV. Right? Yeah, it doesn't get any weirder than this. But get this. He had a live colonoscopy on TV, and they found polyps. Live with Dr. Oz. Let's go back over to Walter. How you doing, Walter?
Okay. Hello?
Hello, Walter. I had a hard time hearing you for a second there. So,
okay.
you bought into longevity, you fired your vet MD, which sounds like a pretty good idea to me. And where do you want to go?
Me. Huh?
Where do you want to go now?
I'm going your way.
Yeah, so what are we doing?
I mean, I know I have 2 CEO packs. What else do I need for my condition?
Okay, go over it again one more time for the listeners.
No, I bought 2 CEO packs, and
No, your condition, you're got a bad heart. You got a bump ticker.
No, a year ago I had heart surgery at West Haven VA. They said my heart had a 95% blockage in the main artery. I had the operation, open heart surgery, triple bypass. Then I had 6 months later, I had 2 stents put in. Then 6 months later, I had the AFib procedure. It went from regular back to regular. I felt better. And actually, my condition was getting worse and worse during the year. This is crazy. Wow. I thought, after having an operation, 2 or 3 months later, I'd feel great. That's not the case.
Yeah, so they probably had you on a regular rotation. Every 6 months, we're going to have surgery on Walter.
They had me on Prodox. I checked it out on the internet. It killed over 1,000 people last year. Over 12,000 permanently injured. More lawsuits against Prodoxa, which is put out by the largest German pharmaceutical company in Germany. And this is what the goddamn VA gave me. Then they put me on Glidden. This is crazy.
Yeah, no doubt about it. How old are you again, Walter?
What?
How old are you again?
I'm 82 years old.
82 years old. Well, you know what, man? You're the kind of people that we're looking for because it took you a long time, but you survived all those surgeries and them throwing all these useless, damaging, dangerous drugs at you. And you see the light, and you're 82. So that's awesome. You want to lose some weight, and you want to get your heart health back.
Yeah. And I want to have more energy and better memory. I have short-term memory problems.
You know what? We're going to take care of that. You've heard about the 10 bad food list, have you?
Yes.
Okay, you're following it?
Yes. Just started it. This is all recent.
Excellent. You're on the path. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step.
Yeah, and like I said, I have the I bought for $500. I bought the 2 CEO packs, and that should arrive in the next beginning of next week. And I wanted to know what else I should add to it in order to take care of my condition.
Yeah, well, you're going to be taking about 4 ounces of the OsteoFX a day. Okay, 4 ounces of OsteoFX a day. That'll be in your pack.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, you're going to be taking 4 scoops of the Beyond Tangy Tangerine per day. All right? Now, in addition to that, I'd like to see you do 6 to 9 EFAs a day. That means either 2-3 times a day or 3 times a day, and that's going to help big time with your memory loss. Your brain's an oil computer. You need those amino and fatty acids. Once you get them in, you'll notice yourself remembering things more and more all the time. In fact, a lot of people don't even notice it happening. It just happens so gradually.
I'm very in tune to my body. I'm a life coach. I graduated from MyTech.
That's awesome. So now you can take what you find with getting your own health back, and you can pass it along to your clients.
Oh, absolutely.
That's wonderful, man. So you're a vet.
I have an erection too.
Yeah. So you're a vet. Right on. 10 eggs a day, man. Can you eat 10 eggs a day?
Yeah. I started eating, the eggs. I got a bit pieces here and there for, information. I tried to get it all from the person that signed me up, but she wasn't of much help, except she, wanted me as a distributor.
Yeah. You know what? That's kind of a common condition in longevity. There's a lot of people running around selling it that don't really know how to use the products. So listen, Walter, if you want to become really good at this so that anybody you run into, you'll be able to pretty much dial in what they need, go to fireyourmdnow.com or drglidden.com and become an insider. And what that'll give you, it'll give you access to countless hours of webinars where Dr. Glidden will teach you how things work and why, and how to diagnose per a body weight what to give people to take themselves and promote and support the healthy structure and function of their body and their vital systems. And what you're going to see your own health come back, Walter. At 82, you're going to be jitterbugging down the road, and you're going to see other people get their health back as well. So you're a military vet. Did you see any combat, Walter?
Not really. I mean, I was during the Korean War, but I played tennis at.
You know what? It could have been worse.
I managed a store like Staples. It was an office and supply store in Fort Lee, Virginia. Fort Dix, New Jersey, I was on a regimental tennis team. All the married guys at that time went overseas to Korea, and they came back. They said it was hell. I was lucky. It had to be a single guy who made that assignment.
Yeah, well, you know what? You just hit the lottery twice now in your life. Because holy cow, man, you're 82 and you're going to get your health back and you're going to do this. This is awesome. So, get the right information so that you know what to say to people, right?
Yeah, and starting with myself and working outward.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way to do it, man. If you can't get your own health back, how are you going to help anybody else? And you know what? These methods are proven.
Yeah, no, I understand business because I graduated from New York University, the School of Commerce with honors. I had the largest ethnic beauty supply house in the country in Jacksonville, Florida in the 70s. 65,000 square foot warehouse, 23 employees. So I know business, but I didn't really take care of my health. I just did, that wasn't my thing. Beauty was my thing.
That's the same for most people that are business minded. I see it all the time. Guys around here, they'll spend $70,000 on a truck, but they won't pay no attention whatsoever to their health. And, you might as well be able to live long and enjoy it if you're going to accumulate a bunch of stuff, right?
Absolutely. Without health, health is number one.
Number one, absolutely. Walter, this has been a great call, and I have really enjoyed talking to you, but I got a whole lot of people waiting, so I'm going to let you go, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Keep in touch with the show, Walter. We'd love to hear from you again. And we are going to go over to Mandy in Kansas. Dave in Michigan, hang on. Peleel in the Caribbean, and Padayan, I believe it is, in Nebraska. You all hang on. I want to get to your calls, but first we're going to go to Mandy in Kansas. She wants to talk about diabetes. Are you there, Mandy?
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Excellent. You know what? I couldn't possibly be better. I've got a great family. I'm nutrified. I've overcome multiple health issues in my own life, and I'm hosting a radio show for the great Dr. Peter Glidden, so I don't know how things could be better.
Well, good for you. I actually have more than diabetes. I'm actually like a medical mystery, so I'm ready to lay this on you and see what you got.
I'm really looking forward to hearing it now that you put it that way. I like a challenge. Go ahead, Mandy.
Okay, I have polycystic kidney disease, and my kidneys weigh about 10 pounds apiece, and I'm 22% kidney function. I'm about 7% away from dialysis. I have diabetes, which is type 2, but I'm insulin dependent. I have Leiden factor 5 blood clot disorder, and they put in a titanium aortic blood clot filter because I was having so many DVTs. And, of course, I have hypertension, which comes along with the kidney disease.
Yep. Okay, because the hypertension and the kidney disease both stem from the same root, but go on.
And I'm scheduled for a feeding tube on June 5th.
So, you know, the long and short of it is that things are a mess.
Right, yeah.
And did you just come to the show? Have you been listening a little while, or what?
I've been listening all day today. My cousin Sarah actually sells longevity, and she's sitting right here, and she's wanting to know. She's on this fight to prevent me from actually dying, because that's where I'm going.
Well, she loves you. Of course she doesn't want you to die. And you've been going to doctors and getting multiple surgeries this whole time, and nothing's getting better. And now you're pretty much at the end of the rope, right?
Yeah, I'm on 30 medications.
Yeah.
Twice a day.
You know what, Mandy? I hear the music. We got a break coming up, but I'm going to come right back to you after this, and let's get into it. And we'll talk to you after this. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden, talking to Mandy. We'll be back after this message. Welcome back. We're live. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. Before the break, we were talking to Mandy, and this girl is in rough shape. I mean, wow. But you know what? I don't know what a person can come back from, and I've seen unexpected results. And Mandy has a sister there that loves her very much, and they want to see about getting her health back. So, Mandy, we lost you during the break there. I'm really glad you called back in because I want to talk to you about this.
Yeah, my cousin told me to call right back in.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. He was right. So, Mandy, how much do you weigh?
Well, I was at 280, and I'm down to 232.
You're down to 232.
Yeah,
okay.
I lose about 5 pounds a week.
Wow.
My body's not holding any nutrition.
Yeah, so you need to do something, and you need to do it right now.
Right.
Is there anybody there, an insider with Dr. Glidden?
Well, my cousin Sarah, she's a distributor, and she talked to Dr. Glidden herself.
Yeah, that's good. So what you want to do is you want to have your cousin there, or any one of you, go to Dr. Glidden's website, fireyourmdnow.com or drglidden.com, and become an insider. It costs $20. Okay, it costs $20 to become an insider. And you can just use it for that one month if you want and discontinue after that. But you want to watch the webinar on kidneys and kidney health. Okay? Watch the webinar on kidney health. Like, you've got a lot of stuff that you need to kickstart in your body. You've got a massive, massive mineral deficiency going on. And you're paying the price. But maybe, just maybe, because your family loves you so much, we can bring you back from this. Who knows? Your body was made by God to work, right? So, I mean, if we give it the things it needs, who knows what can happen? And at this point, you really don't have any alternative, do you?
No, I don't.
No. Have you been following the 10 bad food list, Mandy?
No, I just found out about it today, actually.
Just today?
But I haven't really been eating much food. That's why they were going to put the feeding tube in on June 5th.
Yeah. I've I'm dealing with a Hutterite family up in Saskatchewan, just outside of Alberta where I live. And they have a son that they're feeding these products through a feeding tube. Yeah, and he's already showing results after a month. So, even if it goes that way, but you're gonna have to be really aggressive with this. Your family's gonna need to get you on 2 healthy start packs, okay? At least 2. You're gonna need a lot of calcium. You're gonna need the plant-derived minerals. If I was you, I'd do about 4 ounces a day. Okay? But I want you to...
2 healthy start packs.
2 healthy start packs. Okay? You're going to need a lot of calcium. 4 ounces of OsteoFX per day. 6 to 9 EFAs per day. You getting all this?
Yep, I'm writing it down.
All right. 4 scoops of Beyond Tangy Tangerine per day. And then I'd like you to add to that 3 bottles of Ultimate Selenium. All right? 3 bottles of Ultimate Selenium. 2 bottles of plant-derived minerals. That's per month. All right? Now you're really in the weeds, Mandy, and you're facing the end, right? If you don't do something really quick. I would be really happy if you would phone back on Monday when Dr. Glidden's in and talk to him about this again. But I have a feeling that he's going to tell you pretty close to the same thing. All right?
Okay.
So, Mandy, hopefully you can take in the right information and do something about your health. Your family obviously really loves you, and they want to help you out. So, like I said before, I like a challenge. I would love to hear you phone back into this show in about 5-6 months and talk about how you've lost weight and you're not on that feeding tube. If you end up going on the feeding tube, there's things we can do from there too. All right? Okay. We don't cure you. We don't heal you. This is up to you, Mandy. You've got to make this happen. So get the 10 bad food list from fireyourmdnow.com.
Okay.
And follow it as though your life depended on it, because it does. I'm going to let you go, Mandy. You take care. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. Back after this. Welcome back. We're live. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. And that was a really interesting call we just had from Mandy. I really hope that she can take the right advice and get her health back. Nobody knows how far is too far. Only God knows that. I don't know what's too far. Dr. Glidden doesn't know what's too far. Dr. Wallach doesn't know what's too far. Maybe, just maybe, your life could be saved. Now, we're going to go over to a person that's been waiting for over an hour. Is it Padayan in Nebraska? Are you there?
Toby, T-O-B-I.
Okay. Right on. How you doing?
I am good. Thank you. Thank you for taking my call today.
You know what? You hung on for so long. I felt bad for not taking your call, but I've had all these really great calls, and I want to spend time with people. Speaking of which, Palil in the Caribbean and Dave in the Thumb, hang on, Mary in Oregon. Okay, so you go ahead. What's on your mind today?
Well, I'm calling for a friend of mine. I was having a conversation with her last night. I'm kind of new to longevity. But she is a young married girl. They are trying to have a baby. They have tried for about 5 months, which, depending on how you look at it, some people that's not very long, some people it's a really long time. She went to her family physician, who also is my doctor, and have loved the guy forever. But in our conversation, she mentioned that our physician has put her on Synthroid. She's on 2.5 milligrams of Synthroid a day to somehow boost her thyroid hormone or something to that matter so that she can get pregnant quicker, which I was startled at. But she ended up getting pregnant within 2 weeks of getting on the Synthroid and then miscarried within the first 8. So I was startled, and I would like to know a better course of action for her, because I think I don't know, I'm just kind of appalled and I mean, she doesn't have any thyroid issues ever. And I don't think this is the way to go, but I'm wondering if I can be maybe of some help to her.
Okay, well, here's the deal. There's an old saying amongst longevity that Dr. Wallach has gotten more women pregnant than any other guy in America. Okay?
Right.
Here's the deal. When a large percentage of your body and brain is geared toward reproduction, right? All right, your whole hormone system, reproductive organs, brain, everything. So once the body is working in optimum efficiency in our view, all that stuff will come into play. So this is really easy, right? So, you know, you need to get her on the 10 bad food list, one healthy start pack, and ultimate selenium. Okay, 1 bottle of ultimate selenium and a healthy start pack.
Okay.
And also her husband too.
Okay.
Right? Her husband needs to do this too. And have them eat as much protein and cholesterol as they can possibly take in. Okay? The husband, tell him 8 to 10 eggs per day. Okay, 8 to 10 eggs per day.
All right.
And I want him to prepare those eggs in such a way that the yolk is soft. Cooked, but soft. Okay, and he'll feel that right away. If he can get down 8 to 10 eggs per day.
Okay.
He'll know.
I don't think he'll have a problem.
Okay, well, it's not a problem in the first place.
Right.
But, yeah, they're both going to need to do this, and I predict that it won't be long. Like, if they're trying for it, they're both nutrified, they're going to be like rabbits.
Right, yes. And they, like she was saying last night, they can't, they're at such a place, I mean, it just happened, so they can't try again until July. So they've got a good month and a half to work on it. So. Well,
it's a lot of time to practice.
Right. Exactly.
That's what I would do. So.
Okay, well, I will. Yeah, I think they are. I think, yes. You know, young married couples.
Probably right now. You know what?
Possibly.
Also, a good thing to do would be to get them on the plant-derived minerals.
Okay.
Because if she does get pregnant, she's going to have to build a baby inside of her, and she's going to need raw materials to do that. Like, I was just covering a story just a little while ago, and I'm in Canada, mind you, right? And but they're saying that they're expecting 1 in 10 pregnancies to result in type 2 diabetes. 1 in 10. And the reason for that is because mom is transferring over all her minerals to the baby, and she doesn't have much to begin with. So it would be prudent to nutrify the body before even going into that whole endeavor.
Right. I tried to tell her that last night. I'm like, if you start with missing pieces, you're going to pass along missing pieces. So.
That's right. Tell her, listen to the guy on the radio.
Yeah, that's what I told her. She's at work, so I told her I would make sure and send her the link so she can hear it for herself.
Well, you're doing a good job, Polly. So what has the products done for you?
I have struggled with asthma and some allergy issues and that kind of thing, and it's I'm getting better. I've only been doing it for 2 months, and my asthma is better, and Dr. Glidden has helped out a lot, and my girlfriend Shannon, I need to give a big shout-out to her down in Texas. So I'm hoping to get my husband on it, though. He's got some bigger issues than I do with high blood pressure, and he has been convinced that he's got high cholesterol, but I disagree, so we'll see.
Yeah, it's probably low. But you know what? Yeah. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I had asthma my whole life. Okay, like I was taken to the emergency room. My face was turning blue at 4 o'clock in the morning. I almost died from asthma several times. Okay, and when I started with longevity, all I had was the Tangy Tangerine. That's it. And it wasn't until I really started diligently following the 10 bad food list. And you know what the big game changer was for me with my lungs?
What's that?
Selenium and EFAs. You know what I'd like?
I haven't done selenium yet. Yep, I'm doing the EFA, but no selenium yet. I haven't added that.
How many EFAs are you doing?
12.
Okay, so you are going to get results from that. I do about 15, and I feel it right away in my lungs. So,
I'm
what?
getting there. It's much better than it was. I was on 8, and they bumped me to 12, and the 12 I can tell a difference with 12. I'm not perfect yet, but better.
Yeah, it's getting better. Awesome. So tell your friend to listen to this broadcast.
I will.
If she can get out of her bedroom for 10 minutes.
Right. Maybe they can just play it in the background.
That's right. I'll put on some piano music or something.
There you go. Right. Perfect.
Take care. Thanks for calling in. I'm going to let you go, and we're going to go all the way to the Caribbean. And this person's been hanging on for an hour as well. How are you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm okay.
Okay, what's going on?
I'm calling concerning my father. He has diabetes.
Your father has diabetes?
Yeah?
Type 1 or type 2?
Type 2.
Type 2? That's good news.
Mm-hmm. Huh?
Well, it's not good news, but it's good news in the way of if you're going to help him out using longevity products or if he's going to get his health back, that's better than type 1.
Well, he's on his third package, so. And his sugar is still within 300, 400.
So what's going on?
And he started taking insulin now in order for it to go back down. So he's using the sweeties, he's using the Beyond, using the starter pack, using the sweeties. So
keep him going.
Double up, triple up on what he's doing.
Is he following the 10 bad food list?
Huh?
Is he following the...
He's on a gluten-free diet as well.
How is he feeling?
He neither here nor there right now, but it's working so far, but we need to find out what can we do to bring down the sugar.
Okay, well, how many sweeties is he taking a day?
He takes 3 plus 3 plus 2, 6, 7, 8. 8
okay. Is he taking any plant-derived minerals?
Plant-derived mineral, no.
Okay, I would add the plant-derived minerals to that.
The herbal rainforest.
You know what? I'm having a bit of a hard time understanding you. I'm in Canada and you're in
a Magic Jack. From where I am, where we are located, we use the Magic Jack.
Okay, so get him on a couple of bottles of plant-derived minerals besides what you're doing. Okay?
Plant-derived minerals?
Plant-derived minerals, 2 bottles. Have him take 2 to 4 ounces per day.
2 to 4 ounces per day?
Yep. All right?
Okay.
Thanks for hanging on that long. You're awesome. I appreciate your call. We're going to let you go. And we're going to go over to Dave in Michigan. Dave's my buddy. How you doing, Dave?
Hey, my brother Mike. I'm excellent. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. You're coming in pretty hot there. Can you back off your phone a little bit?
Absolutely. How's that?
That's excellent. What's up, Dave?
Well, one team, one mission, one dream, right? Mandy.
1776 worldwide.
Yeah, right. I think Doc would recommend for Mandy some Ultimate Daily tablets for her kidneys and some of them sweeties for her diabetes.
Yeah, I agree completely. You know what? I get it wrapped up in these calls, and sometimes I forget to mention things. But you know what? I'm glad you called in.
You are doing awesome. I love Fridays. I can't wait for Fridays. I love listening to you.
Oh, stop.
I'm serious, man. And then the gal who called in about the butter, she can do butter, but the family can't. Tell her to use some clarified butter or ghee, Ghea.
Okay.
All the lactose is out of it.
Oh, okay.
I think you're doing a great job, and I just love listening to you, man. So
I appreciate it, Dave. But like I said,
I got your back.
I appreciate that. But like I was saying with the lactose intolerance, I had that going on my whole life. But when I dropped the gluten and my small intestines started healing up, I was able to absorb all these nutrients. I can eat a whole bucket of ice cream now, and it's no problem. Like lactose intolerance, as far as I'm concerned, is a sign of a bad gut.
Right.
So, and I think a person can overcome that pretty easy.
Right, I agree with you. And she asked about how do you cook bacon and eggs. If she's eating bacon, it should be non-cured bacon with no nitrates and nitrites.
No nitrates, that's right. That's right.
Eggs should not be fried in that, so she's going to have to cook her eggs a little different.
Well, you know what I do? I boil them, or I just mix them in raw with my Tangy and OsteoFX in the morning. But 9 times out of 10, I'll boil them for about 8 minutes and 20 seconds, and I find that's the perfect egg.
I follow that same recipe.
Exact same. No kidding.
No kidding.
No wonder we're friends.
Yeah, I'm telling you, my brother from another mother.
Hey, Dave, how's your trucker friend there? How's he doing?
He is, he just got he couldn't afford all the packs he needed, but he is still on that journey. He got his stuff just yesterday, and he's taken it with no problems. He hasn't had any digestive issues, and he's heading home, and he's going to get some colloidal silver and start getting that in him and on his leg, and hopefully, he's on that.
Yeah, hopefully. Dave, I got to let you go. I appreciate your call. We got Rita in Calgary and Mary in Oregon for the last segment coming up. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Fire Your MD Now Radio. We're live. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden, coming at you live from Camrose, Alberta. I am really thankful that we have Dr. Glidden's wisdom, his experience, and even more than that, Dr. Wallach. It's just a matter of chance that Dr. Glidden hooked up with Dr. Wallach, and they have taken this thing so far. And because of that, we've seen miraculous healings amongst our families and our communities. And speaking of our communities, I'm going to go over to a fellow Albertan, Rita in Calgary. How are you doing, Rita?
I'm doing okay, but I got some problems.
Okay, well, that's what we're here for. Let's see what we can do.
Okay, I started on longevity about 3 months ago.
Okay.
And before that, my irritable bowel, there was nothing that seemed to work for it. But as soon as I started taking the longevity, immediately my symptoms cleared.
Okay, so listen, with the irritable bowel syndrome, have you gone gluten-free?
Yes.
Okay, that'll be a big help right there.
Egg white and not much sugar. Mm-hmm. But in the last month, they started gradually coming back. The only thing that I think that's different that I know of is I changed from the Beyond OsteoFX to the powder to the liquid.
Okay.
And I'm wondering, could that have any...
You know what? That everybody's different, and a lot of people are not getting the same effect out of the powdered OsteoFX as the liquid. So that might have been a good start, but ultimately you're just going to have to watch and take note of everything you eat and the effects that you get nearly after, or shortly after, or in the long term, and see what happens. You're going to have to treat yourself like a lab and watch what's going in and how it's coming out. And the ultimate goal is that you don't have any diarrhea or anything like that. And once that happens, you know that you're in perfect balance. Am I making sense?
I have no idea what it is, and I didn't have any idea before, and I don't know what worked when I started the longevity. And the only thing that I know that I changed, and also I used to have a problem with magnesium, and there's quite a bit of magnesium, and I'm wondering if there's some difference between my magnesium absorption of the powder as opposed to the liquid.
Go with what works.
Okay, I'll go back to the powder and see what happens.
Yeah, go with what works. I mean, how are you feeling otherwise?
Like my nose is running. I have all kinds of symptoms that I had when I had the irritable bowel.
Okay, that sounds like you're getting some gluten somewhere in your diet. You're going to have to really dial in your diet and make sure that you're not getting any gluten, because it can sneak in. Right. In salad dressings or, sauces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to really, really pay attention to your diet and do a little bit of process of elimination and find out exactly what it is that's causing it. But
Okay,
you know what? I have faith that you can do that.
Yeah, I will look at that. But it's just that I've always, as soon as I started, like I could do a few things, and nothing that I did affected me or affected my bowel. As soon as I started, everything was fine. And it's just this last month, and I don't think I'm doing anything different. Except
the only thing different is the liquid osteo from the powdered, right?
Yeah.
So go back to the powdered.
I will.
But here's the thing: you've got a bottle of liquid, right? You don't want to throw it out.
Yes.
You want to see if you can use it and maximize your absorption. So what I would do if I was you, is I would take an ounce of the liquid before you go to bed with orange juice to maximize your absorption. Try that. Get some orange juice.
Okay.
Take an ounce of it before you go to bed with the orange juice and see if that makes a difference. Rita, I'm glad you called in. I hear the music, and that means we're at the end of another show.
I'm glad I get in before you finish, so I'm really thankful
I'm glad you did, too. I'm glad you hung on. Thanks a lot, Rita. Mike Phillip filling in for Dr. Peter Glidden. I want to see everybody get better. I don't want to see deformed children. I don't want to see autism. I don't want to see heart disease. I want to see you build up your country and your community. Mike Phillip out. Back next Friday.